This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Star Wars Clone Wars 2003 animated micro series, which I recently watched with my friends a few days ago, and I just want to give my honest opinion about it. And what I think, well, that's my opinion. I'm just gonna keep that in, that's kind of funny. Okay, honestly, I did like this show, but I just don't like it as much as its 2008 reboot. It definitely is a fun show, and I do like some of the voice actors. It does feel a little repetitive at times, with just giant battles happening, but I was kind of fine with that. I don't really mind it being repetitive with battles, and I think it was done a very, very good job, and this is a very good show. It's just I enjoy the 2008 series, which I grew up watching, even more. The one problem with this one, really, compared to the other one, is it just feels way too short. It doesn't feel like it's fully covering everything in the war. Looking at it, the series really only focuses on about 2 hours, with a bunch of battles of the war, with a few big ones and a few smaller ones. And really looking at it, I don't really think that it doesn't cover that much, because it's not really that believable that everything that happened to Anakin and Obi-Wan happened within about a 2 hour span, and it didn't even happen to only them, it happened to some of the other characters. Really, when I'm watching the Clone Wars, watching it kind of on and off, not watching it, straight through, because I never have the time to do that specifically, but me watching it, I'd say it'd probably take around a month for me to fully watch the show, maybe a few weeks off, depending on how much free time I get, and I think it takes like 3 or 4 days to watch the series full if you're just watching it back-to-back episodes. I'm not sure if that counts the movie, but that's not going to throw it off that far. But the other thing I was going to compare is, let's just say that, like, we'll say about a month passes, for every, like, maybe episode that happens in it. It just feels very, very weird for that Clone Wars series, where it feels like they all happen immediately after each other, and there's no way that, like I said, like a month could pass for that to be able to realistically take up 3 years. But on the other side, with Clone Wars, the new one, I just feel like it just covers so much more time. But I'm going to stop talking about that because I'm planning reviews on all the other movies and series. Now, stuff that has been released up to this point was, of course, going over something like The Mandalorian again, which I just had individual episode reviews and not a full series review of it. I'm going to continue on that, but the rest of the series, with the exception of Bad Batch, are finished. So that is a lot more realistic to do, and I'm wondering if you would rather have me do each individual film, or if I do the prequel trilogy and break it down by the 3 movies, I have one longer video, and then I do the same for the original trilogy, and finally the same for the sequels, and then I do it for Clone Wars, Rebels, not Resistance, because, like I said in that one video a few weeks ago for my April Fool's joke, I watched like one episode of that, not even a full episode, I just couldn't finish it, so I just decided to not finish it because I just couldn't watch it. It was too childish, and I really can't really watch that many modern child cartoons because they're just not as good as the ones that I grew up with and previous generations grew up with. But going back to the show, because I've been doing a lot of side stuff, I really think that this was a very good show. The characters are good, but I just don't think they're as good as they were in the 2008 one. Well, with the exception of Grievous. Grievous does do a better job in this, being a major threat for heroes, but I am so used to the other version of Grievous, this one kind of felt odd and off, but I still think this is enjoyable, and there's a way that they could possibly put this into canon, but I'm not really sure if this would work at all. They could put everything that basically happened in the series before the Clone Wars series started, with the exception of the Battle of Coruscant episodes, but only those because Anakin's trials would have to be moved. That one last trial he had would have to be moved to at least before he trained Ahsoka, because I don't think that he would have trained Ahsoka if, in theory, he was technically still a Padawan. But I think that's the only way it would really work. If we wanted to put it into canon, which I would have a problem with. I do enjoy the show, and I think they did a very, very good job with it. And definitely can't wait to see what they would do if they continued it. But they didn't, and I think it was a very nice ending that led into Revenge of the Sith. But I just really enjoyed the other story more. Just really my thoughts about this. But I would like to say that it was great, and as a final announcement, I honestly, because of schoolwork and stuff, don't realistically see me finishing a fully edited version of Reign of the Sith on May 4th. So I'm just going to try and release Act 3 on that day, because honestly I haven't even started writing it yet because there's so much stuff I have to do. I do almost have the 99 one finished, so I will release that on Thursday, but I just cannot get it done in time, so I am sorry about that. And I'll try to get it done as soon as possible, but that editing takes a while, and I think it took me like an hour or two, maybe 3, just to get about 8 minutes edited. I do have a potential another announcement as an enticement to get me to monetization, but I actually need to check over a few things first before I do that. So please look out for that. If it is fine, which it probably will be, I just need to check because it's something that I am personally in, but I have my face covered up, and since I don't want to reveal it, I want to make sure that I have face and seen it all in it. But if it's all good, I will talk about that in a day or two. I also do have a May 4th video planned, and I'll probably release a review of the Bad Batch on that day. And after that, I might stream Jedi Fallen Order. I'm planning on doing that through my PS4 because I'm going to be finishing up Arkham City soon, and as you've seen in the comment before, I'm not going to be able to stream Origins through the PS4, so I have another way to stream it. And I'm going to do the same with Night because honestly, I'm not going to be able to stream it through the PS4 because there's black scenes at the end, including the Arkham Knight boss fight and the final part of the game. And since you can't take it down, I'm just going to stream it through another way. But besides that, I'm going to start also on Jedi Fallen Order most likely, if I can get the stream to work this time, because I tried it once before, and for some reason, the game wouldn't start when I was streaming. So I don't really know. I'll check out how to fix that. If not, I might do the Battlefront 2 campaign or something, because I want a Star Wars game to be able to play on May 4th. If I get a chance to stream. But for the day, definitely look out for my May 4th video, and potentially my Bad Batch review. And who knows, maybe I might have a second May 4th video also. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please like the video, leave some comments, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And may the Force be with you.